On January 21st, 1968, the sounds of grenades exploding and gunfire was heard at Janghamun, a gate near the Blue House, the Korean presidential residence. 31 armed commandos of the North Korean Army's 124th Corps tried to attack the presidential residence in South Korea. When approached by patrolling policemen, the commandos opened fire and even killed innocent civilians. As South Korea's economy grew rapidly in the 1960s, and North Korea's attempts to oust the democratic government of South Korea failed, the North Korean leadership decided in 1968 to attack the Blue House and assassinate senior South Korean political leaders, including President Park Chung-hee. Before the invasion, North Korea made exact plans and conducted Spartan training. They already had analyzed the inner structure of the Blue House. On January 16, 1968, 31 North Korean armed commandos, all military officers, left Yeonsan in Hwanghae province, with the temperature being 25 degrees below zero. The next day, on January 17th at 11 p.m., the commandos passed through the Times 13 of fence on the northern boundary of the DMZ, past the southern limit iron barricades in an area controlled by the U.S. Army's 2nd Infantry Division. After passing the first gate safely, they attached the unit insignia of the Korean Army's 26th Infantry Division and arrived in Morae-dong and Sokbo-ri during the dark of night at 2 a.m. on January 18th. After the North Korean commandos broke their first camp, they infiltrated Songbong Mountain, which is 4 kilometers northeast of Bokwan-ri, after dark, passing over the frozen Imjin River via Mita Mountain, and made their second camp. They were resting on the mountain on January 19th, but at 2 p.m. an unexpected incident occurred. 4 brothers had been gathering firewood on the mountain when they came across the commandos. The commandos had a heated argument whether to kill the brothers or not. After deciding to let them leave, the brothers were forced to tell the commandos details about the surrounding terrain. The commandos let the brothers go, who in turn immediately reported the presence of the commandos to the police. The armed commandos left Bokwan-ri Mountain and began their march over the mountains towards Seoul. This elite commando group, carrying weapons, ammunition, and military gear weighing over 30 kilograms each, were traversing the mountains at an unbelievable speed of 10 kilometers per hour. On January 20th at 7 a.m., the commandos increased their pace and arrived in the northern area of Ibong via Nogo Mountain. They rested in the daytime here as per their orders. The Pajun police, who received the report for the brothers, notified other police agencies and the South Korean Armed Forces. 3 battalions from the 25th Infantry Division started a search near Songbong Mountain, but the commandos had already left the area. The commandos made their final stop before going on to the Blue House at the Sungwa Temple in Ibong, hoping to avoid detection and to make final preparations for their target. On January 21st, the South Korean government added the 30th Infantry Division and the Airborne Corps to the search, and police started a detailed search in the areas along Hongjae-dong, Jungro, and Budak Mountain. On January 21st at 8 p.m., North Korean commandos finally reached Seoul and walked in single file on the Segungjong Road near Janghamun. At that time, Jungro Police Chief Chang Yu-sik spotted the commandos and went closer to investigate. On arrival, commandos began shooting and throwing grenades. After 2 to 3 minutes of intense battle, commandos ran away from Kipino, Inwon Mountain, and Uijeong. Police Chief Chang was killed when Commando was caught. Unfortunately, the Commando later killed himself. During their escape, Commandos also killed civilians riding on a bus.